Welcome to Level Up with Winnie Sun.
Well, hello, friends, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. I know it's Tuesday. I had to remind you, right? Because we just had a 3-day. I hope you enjoyed your much needed Memorial Day weekend, and but we pay tribute to so many Americans who have served our country. Welcome back to the show, and if you're watching on a replay, welcome to all of you as well. It's wonderful to have you here with us. Let's start with the market. Let you know how it closed. Now, the Dow closed up 46 points. The Nasdaq, unfortunately, closed down 12 points. S&P 500 also down 2 points. The U.S. stock market posted, a little bit of some gains today on still some optimism as you know, the economy is now starting to reopen. In fact, many of you may have seen your loved ones this weekend after many, many weeks and many months of being shut down and, and sheltering in place. How many of you actually got to see loved ones this weekend? If you did, definitely let me know. I love to hear those stories. I've been hearing that from my own team as well. Now, as you know, we're going into this week, the first day of June. So we're going the first week of June, going into a high note. Next, we're seeing COVID cases across the United States start to continue to tumble. That's good news. We love to hear that. As the U.S. population now has about half of the U.S. population has received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. This is according to the CDC. Now, one thing I wanted to also segue over to ask you is, for those of you who have internet, just like I do, I'm wondering how many of you have taken the time to opt out of sharing your internet with the rest of your neighborhood yet. Now, you may be like, what do you mean sharing my internet with the rest of my neighborhood, right? Well, let me tell you, Amazon is actually releasing very soon Amazon's new Sidewalk feature, which is going to share your internet connection with your neighbors. Now, you're going to be automatically opt in unless you opt out, especially if you have one of these Amazon devices. Now, they plan to automatically enroll owners of Amazon devices into a program which would share a slice of your internet connection with your neighbors. This is going to happen on June 8th. This is according to multiple publications are reporting this. So Amazon Sidewalk is going to be a sort of a low bandwidth network where they share this network and with your neighbors. This is going to, they say, help to allow your devices, your like Alexa devices, your Amazon devices, and others to they say, work better, and also to help locate lost items. They said this network will just share a very small portion of your internet bandwidth. So it's not something to be totally stressed about. But if you don't want it, you might want to opt out. I do know that they say, Amazon says that the more neighbors participate, that the network will become stronger. But they also say that they're going to be very careful with Sidewalk and making sure that there's multiple layers of privacy, security, and things to protect your personal information. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Anytime we're talking about sharing, especially given all that we've been seeing with cyber hacking lately, might just be something that you want to pause and maybe think about. Now, this is also going to apply for things that many of us own, which are Ring appliances, right? Many of us have Ring doorbells and whatnot. So Ring applications, this is also going to have to that's actually going to be applicable as well as Echo devices, anything that has an Alexa app. Those are the things that you want to sort of be paying attention to. So if you don't, make sure that you opt out. Now, in other news, I want to ask those of you, maybe you even had this over the weekend. Did you have donuts this weekend? And let me ask you this: would you own a publicly traded donut shop? Or donut franchise, donut company, donut enterprise? Well, previously, Krispy Kremes had plans to go public a while back, but unfortunately, because following bankruptcy, they had to delay their public offering. Now they're looking to go public once again. So according to the S1 prospectus filing that Krispy Kremes recently made, they have made a total revenue of over $320 million in the first quarter of 2021. alone. I guess during the pandemic, a lot of us wanted donuts. So that's up 23% from just a year ago. Now, the company says it's generated its highest ever revenue during COVID, during the pandemic in fiscal year of 2020. So they plan to go public. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I have no comment on that, but they're thinking about going public. But what I do want to talk to you about next, though, I think you're going to find interesting too, is Twitter is teaming up with a climate event to launch its own local weather news service. Now, many of you, like I do always already now, is to go to Twitter for our news. But as you know, whenever there's hurricane season or earthquakes and whatnot, everybody jumps on Twitter to find out what's going on. Where is it going on? What do we need to know? What areas are safe? It's a very, very viable news source now. And so Twitter thought, you know what? This is an opportunity for us to take it to that next level. So they're partnering with Eric Holthouse, who is a veteran journalist and meteorologist, and they're going to be launching a weather news service that they're calling Tomorrow. Hashtag tomorrow, I guess, that will be built on using all of Twitter's new creator products. Now, you may have seen some of these new products. In fact, we talked about them on the show as well. So some of these new creator Twitter products include newsletters, ticketed live audio rooms, and so much more. So it's kind of like that monetization model for a lot of content creators or, even celebrities and whatnot. They're also planning to include a Q&A service that's going to be part of Tomorrow. So if you're in the middle of a hurricane or whatnot, and you want to find out more, maybe you want to send in questions to the meteorologist on the ground who's reporting this is going to give you that opportunity to do so. Twitter's saying they're going to build this in. So Mike Park, who is head of VP products at Twitter, he's actually heading this project, and he's saying that, members are going to be able to ask unlimited questions during breaking news weather events to meteorologists, climate experts. This may be pretty cool. So this is going to be, as we know, many times it's second nature to jump on Twitter to learn more about climate and weather experts and whatnot anyway. So they already have the community there. So Twitter is using this as sort of that first initial stage. And this is really important because this is sort of that beginning where Twitter wants to bring in a collective group of writers and experts launching these different programs. So Mike Park is saying not only is it going to be journalists and meteorologists, but then we're also going to be having something that we're looking forward to in the future, which could be a collective group of those who make video as well. So it'd be really cool, right? Like if you had a question like, well, where is epicenter? Or maybe someone from Caltech is talking about that earthquake. I'm thinking because we're here in Southern California, like you might want to know exactly like where to go, what's safe, what should we tell our family members, how to prepare, and you'll be able to have that interactive conversation. Now, I do know it looks like this will be behind a paid model, but it's really too early to say. There's not a lot of information just yet, but a lot is coming. And I guess Tomorrow is going to be launching this week. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to see more about that. Hopefully you are as well. And we'll continue to talk about this. There's going to be a lot of news coming out this week. And as we go into the summer, you can expect even more news that are going to be important to you, your finances, your business, and your career. So thank you so much, my friends, for watching, supporting our program. Take a moment to share this show all over social media. And as a reminder, you can find full episodes of Level Up with Winnie Sun on NASDAQ, Amazon Fire, and Roku, and more. And don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Winnie Sun TV. Turn on that nice little golden bell. And with that, be well. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Take care now.